First signs of hair loss and what to do. Worried about hair loss? You're not alone. More than 80% of men and nearly half of women experience hair loss during their lifetime. This process is natural, but not inevitable. Proven treatments are available and millions of men are already seeing the results. First signs of hair loss. One key in controlling hair loss is to take action as soon as you're aware of a problem. The treatments stop or slow hair loss, but rarely add more hairs or follicles. So the sooner you stop the hair loss process, the more hair you will have left to preserve. But treating the problem immediately is not easy because hair loss sneaks up on us. Just as we do not notice gradual losses in muscle mass, flexibility, or energy as we age, hair loss also creeps up so slowly that it goes unnoticed for years that could have been spent preserving the hair that remains. This necessitates vigilance on your part to ensure you stop the loss at a time when there is plenty of hair still remaining to be preserved. So we have listed some of the earliest signs of hair loss you may notice and what to do about it. Watch your style. One of the very first signs of thinning hair is simply that your hair no longer styles or lays the way it used to. Many men notice this condition years before they can visually detect any thinning spots. If your haircut is the same and you're styling it the same way, but it doesn't look the same, that's your first sign of hair loss. The brush and drain know the future. Another harbinger of hair loss is the amount of hair you observe in your brush and your shower drain. Some hair loss is normal, so presence of hair in these spots is not always a problem. But if you see the hair in your brush or drain increasing over time, don't ignore it. It's telling you the future. Apart. The next sign of hair loss you will notice is a widening of your part. In youth, we part our hair and see only hair going in each direction. But when hair is thinning, the part will begin to show scalp and will eventually appear to widen as the hairs on each side of the part grow thinner. More obvious visual signs. Many men miss the first 3 signs of thinning hair: difficulty styling, a full brush or drain, and the widened part. But more obvious visual signs eventually appear, usually starting with thinning on top of the head. Visually detectable thinning on top is the first time most men notice. While you have lost some time, treatments are still available, and the sooner they are implemented, the better. The most common places where thinning begins are at the crown and at the hairline. If you're concerned about hair loss, check a year-old photo of yourself and compare it to your current hairline. Scalp ailments. Persistent itching on the scalp may be a sign of alopecia or other scalp conditions that can lead to hair loss. Itching is not always a sign of hair loss, and a doctor can help you determine what is happening. But persistent itching should not go untreated. Make sure you're using a high-quality shampoo with a balanced pH, and if itching persists, see a doctor. What to do about it? It is not all bad news. Treatments are available that are scientifically proven in controlled scientific studies. These treatments stop or slow the loss of hair but rarely add more hairs back, so starting as soon as possible is to your advantage. Stopping hair loss is as simple as blocking dihydrotestosterone, DHT, the hair loss hormone. DHT is an androgen that is a byproduct of testosterone. Presence of DHT is natural but can be effectively controlled with treatment. DHT blocks the receptors in hair follicles, causing them to weaken. The weakened follicle drops the hair, even as it is attempting to grow more of it. As this process continues, the follicle eventually narrows, closes, and stops producing hair altogether. But this process can be interrupted with a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor like finasteride generic Propecia. According to peer-reviewed scientific studies, finasteride in combination with minoxidil are proven to remove DHT and restore follicle health, preserving your hair in place. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want more tips, subscribe to the channel.